The movie industry is at a crossroads, but the situation looks different depending on where you stand. In Jaws, when Roy Scheider's character finally sees the shark in full, his instinctive response is simple.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Faced with a dangerous, unpredictable problem, the first reaction is to bring more resources to bear. More protection, more scale, more insulation from risk. From the outside, that's what Hollywood seems to be doing now, doubling down on what feels financially safe. Movies built from popular IP, books, video games, then stretched into sequels, prequels, reboots, and offshoots. Familiar worlds, familiar brands, fewer unknowns. Steven Spielberg has pushed back on this, not as an outsider, but as someone who helped build the system. He's warned that if all we make is known, branded IP, we're gonna run out of gas. That audiences still need visual stories that feel alive, original, and human. I hope Hollywood listens, because at a certain point, you're not solving the problem, you're just jumping more sharks than you catch. But for independent filmmakers, the challenge is even more daunting. Audience fragmentation is real, there's an endless flood of so-called content, streaming hasn't delivered stability, and more the advice to filmmakers working outside the system sounds like this. Don't just make the film, build the IP first, build the audience first, write the novel, launch the comic, start the YouTube channel, create the brand, then maybe the movie earns its place. So, even on the independent side, the pressure is to think defensively, to reduce risk, to justify the story before it's told. And yes, independent filmmakers do need repeatable systems and sustainable ways to execute and stay afloat. But most of us didn't come into independent film to make smaller versions of Hollywood movies. We're not aiming for 4-quadrant coverage. We're aiming for deep impact instead of generic breadth. We're trying to reach audiences who see the soul of a film, not just feel soothed, scared, or spirited away, but recognize something real underneath that experience. And that means we don't just need more authenticity in our stories, we need more vitality. Stories that feel alive because they come from somewhere real. Stories willing to take a chance on specificity, on point of view, on voice, on meaning. At any budget level, audiences can tell the difference between something designed to be safe and something made with vital purpose. IP can help people find a story, but it can't give it a pulse. For independent filmmakers, the challenge isn't to out-Hollywood Hollywood. It's to make films that remind people why stories matter to them in the first place. That means becoming expert storytellers, expert artists, experts in craft and execution, and bringing the vitality that's so often missing from 4-quadrant offerings. In Jaws, a bigger boat might have been nice, a larger crew too, but that's not what solved the problem. What mattered was a lot of grit, a little ingenuity, and knowing how vital the mission was. They weren't just slaying a demon, they were saving their town. So, to paraphrase that famous line, we don't need a bigger boat, we need a better story.